Smoking.
Are we live? We went wrong.
Here we go.
3, 2,
Hold on.
1.
Hey, hold on. I don't know if we're live. Refresh the page. Try again. If the problem.
I got a live with 7 seconds. Oh, hey, welcome to the Jordan and Professor Pierce and the Lambo Show. What's going on, everybody? It's just us two today because we don't know what happened to our producer. He just fell off the planet. Oh, wait, he's back from hyperspace.
All right. We're live? Are we live? We're live, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, he's been smoking on something. That's the problem.
I don't know. It said there's a problem. Refresh the page. And I was like, okay, I'll refresh the page. Okay. All right, guys. Happy Hump Day. Welcome, everyone. Great stuff that's going on today. We have a few things that we'll be covering. We have a surprise video today. We have 3 surprise videos and 1 bonus video, guys, so I want to share with you guys.
A bonus?
Yes, a bonus. And going over some great results that we are doing with our live ranking and public tests. And we have the review trap, why more stars don't always mean. And
angry stars.
Angry stars. And increase phone captures by 14% with this trick.
Oh, yeah. Help you on the conversions today. Easy.
Love it. All right, let's go into our very first reaction video for today.
My favorite part. What's Lambo going to say next?
It's also called schema markup. This is what this little line of code right here does. It allows you to have like these little stars on Google or these little images. And this is good because it gets you more clicks. So this is called structured data, also schema markup. You can go watch this video right here to get to know what it is, okay? It's on a channel called Vasco's SEO Tips on YouTube. Second, of course, classic building citations. They're called backlinks as well. A citation is a backlink. And you have to do all these 4, otherwise it's kind of irrelevant. And you can go watch this video right here also. Okay. Third is improve your local relevancy. Make sure you embed a map on your footer and make sure you have proper deep location pages.
Okay, there's a lot going on there. Yeah. Obviously, he wants us to watch the videos, right?
Yeah.
We used to love schema on reviews on your homepage or even on your specific service pages, but you have to be a big brand in order to get those to pop. So, you know, Jordan and I just found that we do the easiest thing, and schema does not push the maps. So we just dump schema entirely.
Is that the same thing? I mean, is this rich snippets? Aren't the stars like more rich snippets?
This is different. This is actually doing a different rich snippet. So basically you're putting review code. This is pretty popular for like e-commerce pages. So when people leave a review for our product page, it'll show that little review snippet in the SERPs. But that can be beneficial. I personally don't necessarily click on it because I see reviews, because I'm a marketer and I know that most of those reviews are probably bullshit. So it can help clicks, but it's not, a lot of it's going to depend on your titles and meta descriptions and things like that. As far as the other stuff, I mean, citations are they used to be very, very minimal, but for right now, they're pretty important for AI.
And is rich snippets the same? Is it pretty much schema, same thing, or is it?
Rich snippets is schema, so it is markup code. You don't you don't have to write schema for that to show up.
Okay.
So you can actually have an actual front end application to leave a review without actually having schema in there. So just be careful with that. You don't have to have schema written up. A lot of e-commerce stores actually don't even have schema on those pages.
And it just pops up.
And it pops up.
He talked about embedding the GMB map as well. That's something that, you know, we put it kind of more as a user signal on the contact page. You can put it on your GBP URL, but it really can eat up a lot of the loading speed. And it's not, again, it doesn't just give you a benefit. It's really more for the user. So we're more careful about using those.
All right, let's check out our second reaction video.
Consistent NAP across all of your platforms. Use local hashtags, come up with one for yourself and put it on every single post. Engage actively with your audience. Encourage check-ins from each of your customers. and get involved and post about it.
So this is an interesting one. The check-ins one. We never talked about the check-ins. We never talked about check-ins. I mean, I know
That feature is really hard to find on a listing because even a user can actually do an update, which looks like a post. So a user can actually update a photo with a little blurb, but that feature is really hard to find. You can only find it on mobile.
wait for the check-ins when you want to check in like in a certain
Yeah.
business.
They're not a standard across the
Oh.
board. Again, strong brand, strong prominence. You know, it kind of just depends. If people are coming in like to a restaurant, it's more likely, but it's just sort of spotty.
Do you guys do local hashtags? Does that help within any kind of the social marketing stuff that you guys do?
No, when Google Plus was around, it was like game busters. That thing would rank everything, but that's away.
All right, check it out. Let's do
Hashtag,
one. Here's the
hashtag.
last one for actual reaction. Oh, we'll have another one, the bonus one. But here's an interesting one.
Come on, Darren. Let's roll the dice.
Because what we're
Who's it
going to do is
be?
we're going to download this image. We're going to bring it over here to the API. And what I'm getting at, aside from this image, is this website gives you a do follow link. I'm able to create a citation on here that is niche specific, high authority, linked to whatever page I want. And this is only one image sharing platform. It could be embeds across using a tool. So we're going to drag it over here. We're going to put it into API where we could try things out. What I'm here to share with you is that they have the technology to understand and pull out a digital reference, a citation, my name, my address, and my phone number, which was hidden and embedded into an authority site that none of my competitors have. This is a hidden, embedded citation.
What do you think about this?
Maybe.
Cool. I would not do that. I think it looks cool, but it's too much work that it doesn't have the results don't make an impact on me. There's a lot of stuff that people teach that just I don't use.
So you would say this is more advanced, or it's something that if you had
I don't think
time,
it's
you want?
advanced. It's just another shiny object syndrome that every fucking person reaches out to and tries to find.
It's worth testing. It's worth looking at. I mean, we got 60 seconds of Chris, but this is the reality. Mr. Palmer doesn't even have his own GBP.
On GBP.
He
I
doesn't
don't
have
either.
a Google
He
Map.
does.
Oh,
I don't
wow.
either anymore.
Is he even a real business?
No, he
What's the
is. He's a
deal?
real business. He's a real business. That's my buddy over there. I think I know he had one, unless it got like taken down
Yeah,
like yours. Jordan.
unfortunately, people like me and Chris will get flagged just because people are retarded.
All right, guys. Here's a
Lovable. What he meant was lovable.
Here's
Lovable.
a bonus one. It's interesting because I see a lot of consultants out there and businesses trying to provide like local services. But I thought this one actually caught my eye, so I wanted to share with you guys. It was pretty cool.
All right, fine.
Hey bro, I'm starving. Do you know any cafes over here? Let's check on Google. See, I found this cafe through GBP. Are you still thinking about wanting a website to get customers? Even without a website, we can rank your profile. Wondering how? A cafe shop was struggling to get sales or inquiries. They had amazing services, good variety menu, and was budget friendly. Our SEO team came into the rescue. We made their GBP profile, that is Google Business Profile, and fixed their verification issues, and also targeted the keywords that actually people search for. The sales went directly from invisible to the top of Google search rankings. GBP can be huge for your business. So let's get your consultation from Performax today.
I'm curious, like how when you see like I'm sure you guys come across a lot of these ads for like local businesses and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I mean,
I get targeted on purpose. Yeah.
no, I mean, I thought that was kind of, I don't know, it was a little higher more production than the other ones I've seen. But I mean, are you guys doing any like ads for your like local businesses to target local businesses?
No, we'll do some ads for sending some traffic to website and maps and stuff like that, but I don't do anything for my own agency.
Nothing for you, Keith? All referrals?
No, I just rank local. My focus right now is just in the local market and that reputation.
All right.
Maybe in the future, scaling and growing.
Yeah, I don't know. That was, it just seemed like a lot of higher production. It caught my eye. It's like it was one of those scroll stoppers. I was like, oh, this is interesting. But good to see people are actually putting some money behind their own company ads. But let's check out our ranking in public. Our ranking in public results. So last week, what we did was we did a H2 on the homepage that contained the actual keyword, paintless dent removal, and we actually increased. We increased again. We increased by a certain percentage. It was like from 56 green pins to like 59. But the biggest increase was in the actual ranking for the keyword term. Paintless dent removal conquered, moved up from position 3 to 1, and then paintless dent removal generic, just a generic term without the city, went from like 11, 12 to like number 7. So it did definitely do some organic boost. Not, it did still a little bit of a boost on the actual listing, but the biggest gain came from the actual website. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
That's 100% a given. You need to use your keyword in your geo, your city, in your title, your H1, and your H2. That's what that page is about. Then that's what you're going to have to target and market so that it gets crawled. And then Google says, hey, we think this page is about paintless dent removal. Bam, let's go check it out.
Yeah, that's why it was good to see that too, because one thing that we really emphasize on is putting your additional service. So like we're creating these like what we call geo hubs. So we're basically like our H2s are basically our kind of sub services. You'll have your main pages, which would be paintless removal or paintless dent or paintless services or something like that. And then underneath that, you have all the removal and other repair and those type of services. So I'm not surprised here. And it was actually a really good test for you to see.
Nice. Okay, so I'm curious. I mean, we're ranking pretty well, like in this 5-mile radius. Should we try another tactic to try and do more, or do you feel that let's try and expand the service to 15 miles? Because this is a 5-mile radius. Should we try to expand to 15 miles? And if we do 15 miles, what should we try to do to go for 15 miles?
I think we've done quite a bit on the Google business itself. Have we done more services and products and things like that on the profile?
Yeah, we added all that.
We did the Q&A. So I think as far as the actual profile goes, I think it's pretty good. I think it's gonna really come down to doing some more stuff on the website. Getting some engagement going, which is usually traffic plus signals. But yeah, I would like to see maybe a little bit wider radius. But keep in mind that some of the keywords that you're going after, it's conquered in the name, or excuse me, in the keyword.
Yeah. The thing is, and let's see here. So we have
and that is the .tech.
Yeah, it's the .tech
domain, right?
It's the so right now 15-mile radius, we're at 8.1, which is not that bad. I'm thinking,
and that's for paintless dent removal, right?
Yeah,
it's not conquered.
Yeah, not conquered. Just paintless dent removal within the city. So like not having conquered at the end of it.
Clear evidence, exact match domain helps. The name of your company also reflects what you do, right? Again, all those signals that line up.
Yeah. So thoughts on expanding this on the reach of where we can go?
Prominence is going to be the big one, right? The challenge with really getting prominence and stronger links, it just may take 30 to 60 days to really see the boost, right? One of the things I would love to do, I would see if you could get a local chamber, a power link in there. Okay. You could even buy PBN, an exact match, just something that's more prominent, right, to specific. And it doesn't even have to be paintless dent removal, but it can be a form of the word, right? Specifically related entities to this dent removal.
So for this particular site, we also have other cities that we're targeting on the actual website. Paintless dent removal.
What would then be maybe the second largest city, Pleasantville or Pleasant Hill?
Pleasant Hill next to it,
Or
or
Antioch, I think would be.
or you can do Antioch. Yeah, you can try Antioch and Pittsburgh, like some of the surrounding ones.
Yeah, since Antioch's
I got
like kind of,
Martinez too.
but should I, since we have an actual service page built on the page, should we just
Yeah.
do Antioch first and then we can see what we can do? All right.
So I do have something to add on the homepage.
Oh, okay.
So go down.
Here we go. Everyone, take out your pen and pencil. The
Keep going
professor
down.
is speaking.
So right there, you do have Antioch. Does that links out to the Antioch page?
Yeah.
Okay. So as far as like proximity goes, I mean, there's things that you can do.
I mean, I'm down to drive to Antioch and do it, driving directions and drive there and see what
Yeah,
happens.
that's what I was thinking too. I mean,
Yeah.
I have a couple clients over in that area, so I could probably even
Yeah, I'm down to even test that out, just to test it out. I know Holly's on here. Just driving on there. Just go to.
yeah, that would just maybe I have an idea. I'm
Okay.
gonna I'll do a couple of driving directions from Antioch
Mhm.
Into the business, and then I'll do some engagement, like maybe check out the reviews, click the website, do
Okay.
click the call.
All right, cool. We'll have
Yeah.
that. Hopefully, you can do that within the next week, and then we can see how that happens. Next that'll be actually kind of cool to see how that will move, if it actually expands the reach with what we're testing here.
And you might see sometimes too, when you do stuff like this that's more concentrated, you might see some of the greens kind of focus like in the Antioch area.
Yeah, I mean, I think that makes
Yeah.
sense, right? I mean, if
Yeah.
that's legit, it should say that. So we'll see if the greens start moving in that way.
And I'll use an Android phone and an iPhone too.
Oh man! All right, we got a driving direct. This is a cool one. This is a cool one. All right, guys, let's get into our next segment of today.
Yeah, we're going to apply some GMBs right now. How we do it?
So I want to talk about a pretty popular discussions that are out there in the SEO world, and that is talking about the review trap, and basically saying that more stars and more reviews don't necessarily mean more visibility.
What?
So let me go ahead and
No,
share
how
my
dare
screen.
you.
I know.
Wait, more stars means more.
More reviews.
More reviews don't necessarily mean more visibility. AKA
okay,
more
okay.
rankings. Okay. So you'll notice on this business here, there's 647 reviews. Okay. Marinas, Grins, Dental. Their main primary is dentist. They're located up here in the north area of San Francisco. So just by looking at this term alone, they probably cover, I think they probably have the most reviews. There is one here that has like almost 500. There's one that has 800 reviews. This one 300, almost 500. So you guys get the idea, right? So there's a kind of a misconception out there. It's like, hey, you're not ranking because you don't have enough reviews. Well, that's not always the case. I mean, we have several case studies where we even have brand new listings that are ranking. I even did it with my own agency, ranked to #1 and didn't have a single review. That's going to be pretty common too, because if you're a brand new business, you're probably not going to be serving any clients yet, unless maybe you did some stuff from Facebook groups or other kind of older styles of marketing, right? So I want to talk a little bit about today why you see some things that aren't necessarily true, especially when it comes to reviews, because you really have to be able to analyze the market, your main search query, and things like that. So we're going to look at dentist, San Francisco, California. Knowing the city, I'm from the Bay Area, downtown San Francisco, according to Google, is kind of within this area right here. It's usually around like Market Street, Union Square, things like that. A lot of the businesses are pretty close to like Market Street. You can see it's pretty confined. There's several businesses within this area, and then they'll kind of show some of these other things around here. If you'll notice a couple of common patterns, the ones that are outside of the main kind of what I call the centroid, what are some of the things that you guys would see, notice here, just looking at the map?
Outside, repeat your question again.
What are some common things that you see, or maybe reasons why businesses are showing or maybe could be ranking that are outside of this major centroid?
Because there's no other business in there.
They're using the city in their name, or of course the keyword in their name. That can help for sure.
Yep.
You can have just. Sorry.
So exactly right. So the two major things are going to be how close you are to basically the downtown of San Francisco, and also the business name relevance. That's why Google has such a difficult time battling like spam listings that use like exact match keywords in the business name. It's really hard to do because they can't tell if it's a keyword search query or if it's an actual brand name, of a business name. So I'm going to give you guys a really great tip here. If you guys are out there watching, if you name yourself and
let
you
me grab my
brand the hell,
glasses.
and you brand the hell out of your business name, of your main keyword, you will rank in what's called a one pack that people call it, or basically in the knowledge panel.
Oh,
one pack.
Okay. So now you can do that, and you don't even necessarily need to have like 600 reviews or 10 reviews or anything like that. It just comes down to being, like Keith has mentioned before, and that we've mentioned on the show, brand prominence, which is basically having a really strong brand. And you can do that without having to get reviews. A lot of the businesses that are ranking for the search query, are ranking pretty close downtown. This one only has 200 reviews, 109 reviews, 160, and so on. You don't see that 600 review till several, probably 9, 10, 11 positions down the list. So keep that in mind when you hear like, well, you're not ranking in, number 3, 2, or 1 because you don't have enough reviews. That's not always the case. There's other factors and other things that you need to look at, such as, how close are you, to downtown San Francisco? How relevant is your business name to a search query? So like the test that we're doing, with Dre is, we have paintless dent removal in the business name. And I can't reiterate this enough. If your name is just ABC Company and you're a dentist, you probably want to at least have dentist within your business name. So if all things equal, if every business is San Francisco dentist, then yeah, probably reviews are going to be kind of that determining factor. And usually what happens is those reviews are some type of engagement signal. A lot of times, probably most of the time, users are leaving those reviews probably at their house, at work, not necessarily at the actual dental office.
Yep. Well, even with the paintless dent removal GBP, we only have one review, and the other ones have like hundreds. It's like,
And as we do this, and you guys will notice that as we start moving up, we're just making small little changes. We haven't gone back and done like 10 reviews that a lot of people claim, like you need to get 10 reviews or you need to get 15 reviews. Like we haven't done any of that. So we're just making small tweaks, doing some other types of, traffic signals, whether it be like we're going to be doing driving directions, doing stuff that you can do to the actual Google business profile, services, questions and answers. So it's really important to keep in mind that, start with your business profile, get everything done, your services, products, getting your website done, your branding and all of that. And you'll find that maybe you don't even necessarily need to get reviews in the beginning. You'll start getting more visibility. And then that's when you get the major juices that you're getting real customers, you're getting user engagement, and then you're getting reviews.
Yeah.
And that's all I got for today.
Well, one interesting here too, by just looking at this map or the map, it could also be a signal where a dentist can open up a business office, because like they're all surrounding, but there's no office like right in that center area.
Yeah,
like,
there's not. Most of them they're pretty close to what would be considered the centroid, but a lot of them are kind of around that area.
Yeah.
So when you're a brand new business and you're trying to figure out where to open up shop, location is everything. You know, if you're an attorney, you're a bagel shop, like if you're downtown Market Street, Union Square, you're going to get a ton of foot traffic in general too. So
Nice. All right, let's get into
La 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 la, la 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 la, Lambo's World. La 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 la, la 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 la, Lambo's World. Lambo likes conversions and SEO too. That's Lambo's World. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
boy. Let's do it. Bom, 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 bom. Rock
got
and roll. Rock
increased
and roll.
phone captures by 14%.
Dun-dun-dun-dun. So I'm going to go into how I like to do step through forms. But first we kind of want to think how the customer, you know, how did they first get there, right? Many times you come onto a site and you just might have these major, this is sharing, right? We're good? Okay.
Yes.
You might have like these major forms, right? Your name, your address, your phone, your blood type, you know, your sister's name, you know, what's your mother's maiden name. What I like to do is just one question at a time. And so when you go into, you know, okay, hey, this is what these guys do, seal coding, free estimate, I can call them. Oh, you know, like, how dare you? I'm not going to call you. I have to use the phone. I want to, you know, hide behind my phone and just text you. So that's why electronic communication and form fill is still really important. After a person clicks in, this is what they see. So we got, let me see here. I think I might be able to zoom this in a second. Oh shoot, it's not gonna do what I want. Let's go back here.
Pretty well.
Yeah, we need extra zoom, right? So we got who are you gonna do business with? What do we see here? All the trust icons. And again, we're just really trying to set the baseline of we're an expert, we have authority, you want to be happy and move forward. Well, how easy is it to do business with Bruce? He addresses, it's just going to be a couple questions. My name is Bruce. I'm going to come out to your property. But if you'd like, you can call us, right? And what do people do? They're like, fuck that. I'm going to click that button right there. So first thing they do is you always want to just ask for an email because the whole idea is it's easy to, people will easily give it up left and right. And so everywhere you go and almost everything you do, an email is the first thing. And then what it also does too is it's the first yes. The next question, notice that we're not going to let them type things out. We're just going to let them click, hey, what do you want? And if you want even something that's not on the list, you can select it. You're like, yeah, I want some seal coding. Perfect. I want to tell you about something else. You click other. Any comments? Let's see. Dre is awesome. We'll just do that. Again, when a customer is in need, they're going to want to expand and tell you a little bit more. Now, this is not required, so they can actually skip it if they want. Otherwise, you just hit submit. And then what should we call you? Well, duh, people call me Lambo, right? Or sometimes, yeah, anyways. People will typically tell you their name, and they'll likely tell you an address too. Now, I'm in the real form, so this is my childhood address, but to make it fast, I don't need zip code, I don't need anything else, and I actually typed in the wrong one, and boom. Now, here's where the magic happens, and here's where I was able to increase conversions 14% looking at all of my data over the last year. Phone number is really hard to give up because someone's like, well, why do you need my number, right? For most contractors, home business, they need to call and verify. Are you legit? what time is available. I have my calendar. They're not quite as sophisticated as like a major corporation. You're not ordering a pizza. You're not going to a dentist. You need a person to come out and give you a consultation, right? So here's where the magic is. I don't say, please enter your phone number. I say, please verify you're a human. And then this is just a graphic icon. Totally fake. It's totally fake. I'm not a robot. And then you just put in here Jenny's phone number. What's Jenny's phone number? I know you got it off the bathroom wall, didn't you?
867-5309.
Oh, 867. There, goddamn, 867-5309. Okay, boom. Okay, Lambo, submit below. Boom, all right, that's it. Now, a little tricky trick thing I do there too, and this is something we've learned from JP. After you submit, I have it redirected over to the GBP. So you want to engage further, you want to get that activity, we reassured them, hey, we got your stuff. But the trick is, I got your phone number. I didn't say I needed to call you, but I probably do. Or I can even text and follow up with you. So that's just some sneaky little ways to get through the sharing.
So you said redirect to GBP or the Google Map? Those are two different things, right?
It is a brand search of the customer. So it's the Google Map, what you would search. If you went to Google Maps, you typed in the brand.
Okay. So the Google Maps. And then we had a question that's pretty related. So how do you actually create step forms?
So I use a company called Typeform, exactly the way it sounds. There's other different ones. I think even Jordan has turned me on to another one. The name eludes me, but think about this. Instead of asking your customer for 6 things, right, all in a row, you just say, what's your email? What do you want? What's your name? And then the high trust, you leave at the end. And that's why phone number comes at the end. Or how much do you want to, how much can you afford to get into this car today? That's the last question you ask them. What's your religion? How much money do you make, right? Like those are going to come at the end of your conversation.
And that's pretty, that's something that people are used to doing anyways when they sign up for things. 2-factor authentication. Hey, what's your phone number? We're going to send you a text. So psychologically, they're already thinking, okay, I got to put my phone number in just to make sure, I'm legit. So that's a great tactic to get a phone number.
Just that change, a 14% lift. And remember, it's all about CRO in Lambo's world. You got people to your site. Every little step, every little bit, they're thinking to themselves, why I shouldn't do business with you, right? Yeah. They get interrupted with the baby. They get a phone call. Something's right? Like make it quick, fast, and easy.
All right, love it. Let's get on to our last
Turn it up the map.
That was pretty loud, but all right. Who wants to pull up their screen on this pet store that we want to check out? So this
pet shop. Look out.
Right, by big chains.
Pet shop, double P, single E, 198 reviews. They are a pet store, 4.7. Lots of good stuff going on here.
Except get yourself a damn website.
Oh, there's your problem right there, sons of bitches. What the hell? You can't do that.
Why
Come
not?
on.
Why not? I mean,
because we're a pet store. You gotta showcase your stuff and your products. Like
that is the big thing.
No.
Your products, your services, your brands. What are the things that you do at this place, right? Even if you went over and you just went to Petco and you're like, they're a major corporation. Guess what do you see? It's all citation validation. Hey, write that down, trademark that. Citationvalidation.com, .lambo, sorry. So they list their hours, they got links, they got addresses, find your store. Oh, do you need a book grooming? Here's a coupon. Here's, you can shop by pets. Here's all the things I can do. And what do you notice? It's all headings. It's all content. It's all information. It's not the Facebook page.
Well, what also can they can also put like products and services like on the GBP. There's nothing on there, right? There's like,
yeah, they definitely want to do that for sure. Probably list
Wait.
some of their primary brands.
Oh, you're in the wrong one.
Oh, whoops, sorry. Let's just get rid of that one. I knew there was a problem there. Boom.
Okay.
Just
yeah.
looking at their profile, they're at least 6 years old, at the very least.
Oh, so wait, they have photos, but just no actual services. Yeah, their biggest thing is why are the big chains showing up before they do?
Because they're a chain and you have no website.
Oh, look at those cute animals.
Yeah. There's good stuff going on here, but we definitely should have products and services listed. This is the other reality, though. I mean, not to poo-poo, their Facebook is actually pretty good. There's lots of engagement. I haven't been over to their Instagram, but who doesn't love pets? They are very photo worthy, right? And with that, it's a great way to connect with people. One thing I did do, I just popped into, so this is the ad preview and diagnosis.
Mm-hmm.
If you go into any of your AdWords, I just typed in pet shops, and this is Vallejo, right? That's where we're at on this guy.
Yep.
So if you do a mobile search, pet shops, the pet shop is listed number 1. That's right. Yeah, sorry. That's another confusing part too, is they use the word the in some of their other marketing. So here they are. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, can people be sucked down here and they see Petco? Will they go in? What do you think would be maybe another
Try reptile store.
search?
Reptiles. They're like reptiles. That's
Yeah,
their
try
main...
reptile store.
Reptile store, East Bay, the vivarium.
So hold it right there. Hold on right there. So East Bay Vivarium, one of my favorite stores.
Oh.
They have been around a long time. They are the dominant one. And guess what? Berkeley is pretty far from Vallejo in general.
Yeah.
So, and even
But Jordan, it's about the reviews. They have 1,300 reviews.
Yeah, but they've been around for like years and years. Like I'm talking at least 25 years. I used to go to this place when I was a kid.
That's cool.
So,
yeah.
And that was aeons ago. So this is also one of those things too, even on their Facebook page, which is their website, their category is listed as a reptile store. Most of their photos are reptiles.
Yeah.
You know, what does that tell you? Their primary, keyword is probably pet store. I couldn't even see if it had reptile store even in the profile. So that's a huge indicator too, is Petco is a general pet store. They might have some reptile stuff here and there, but if you're going to focus on something, that needs to be your focus.
So I put pet into it, and so they did pop there.
But the reason why, again, look at the business name.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
And also the category. They based on that, because it looks like they actually tried just reptile store and click on more places and see if they even show up.
Now,
these are just ad preview.
I don't think the preview.
I don't know if you can go and click on more places.
Yeah, there's been some hacks. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I can't.
Is this an actual poll of what's supposed to show up?
It should.
Yeah.
There is one of the problems though, which is this, Dre, which is I'm not specific to. I'm not telling. The best thing I can tell Google is that I'm a person in the center point of Vallejo, but not like a specific mobile phone over here or down at the shipyard or something like that. So you just, if your business already is in the center of Vallejo, there's obviously a good chance you're going to show up. You can do it by zip code, but it's like I said, it's a very a cheap way, free, to just kind of get an idea of what's out there.
Cool.
So
Great.
pet shop, they don't have, so they're only using pet store. They don't even have reptile store even in as a category.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, is it available as a category in Google?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, look
Oh.
at the other results. On the preview, it said, so East Bay Vivarium is all reptiles. That's it. They don't have any other animals in there. So,
Nice.
and their main category was reptile store.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
okay.
they're missing out on that for sure.
Pretty good example for Roast here. We got a lot of good things that they can do.
Very happy customers for sure. Happy
Yeah.
photos, but it just goes to show you that you need some other prominence and brand, right? That you can control. And a simple 5-page website, a reptile page, a dog page, a cat page, a bird page, a rodent page, boom, a fish page, right?
Yeah, let me share my screen real quick, Keith.
That's all you need to get it to roll.
So this could be something you could do. Just a real simple. I threw this up this morning. Just really something simple you could have. You could showcase like your pet of the day or reptile of the day or something like that.
Cute.
And then you can have it basic. And then you have it in categories, right? So you have your reptiles, birds, animals, fish, supplies, things like that. And then you'll see on here, there's reviews, like product reviews, like you would see on Amazon. Just a little kind of go back to when we watched that first reaction. You can leave a review like on this product.
Mm-hmm.
And this review would actually show up in that review snippet on SERPs, just FYI. You don't have to add schema in for that to show up. And then just most importantly, you probably want to have some type of e-commerce, it would be nice, because I would even drive, an hour to go to East Bay Vivarium. It's that good of a place. That's the type of image that you want to have on your pet store. Get rid of your Facebook page. Use it for engaging with your customers and doing ads and things like that. But you want to get foot traffic in the door. Another way, I know this is more Google Business Profile that we talk about, but another really great type of advertising especially for stores like this is something called Geo-Fencing. If you guys have ever used like a game on your phone or something like that, if you're playing the game, sometimes you'll see like a little small banner ad. That's a geo-fencing. So it's geo-targeted ads specifically for a type of store. A lot of times you'll see this if you're like in the movie theater. Hey, you might see an ad, after the movies, come in and get a frozen yogurt after or something like that. So those are probably a few takeaways that I would focus on for this particular business.
Man, great tip. That's like
Nice.
a whole consultation for their whole business, right there.
I'll
They can
bill you
make it
later. So whoever owns this business, no, I'm kidding. But yeah.
All right, guys, we are at time again. So hopefully you guys found this very helpful. Any updates for you guys for the audience out there?
No, we still have our course deal going on right now. It's only $199. Go to tridentrankmethod.com and yeah.
All right, and you can catch me again at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on the SEO Video Show this Friday. And if you are in the Bay Area, I have a tech event with 300 people registered already in Oakland. It's at Kinfolk. If you're in the Bay Area, in the tech industry, come by the tech Kinfolk in Oakland, California.
And we got karaoke on Friday too with Tommy Two-Tone and Jenny. So got that going on.
All right, yeah.
Hey, GBP Roast, GBP Roast. Sorry, you in danger. Right now, I gotta flame you. This is GBP Roast, GBP Roast. On your Google Business Profile, it's about to go down. We roasting and reacting. We ain't to come to play. 20 years in SEO, JP, Lambo, and Dre, bringing facts and guests. Oh yeah, we bring the dopeness. Welcome to the show. Hope your profile don't get roasted.
Get a damn